Hello children, welcome to this video of number systems. Today we will discuss the laws of exponents for real numbers. Friends, we have studied the exponential rule for natural numbers in previous classes. As per the first rule, if a raised to power m is multiplied with a raised to power n, since the base are the same, both the powers are added. As per the second rule, multiplying the power inside the bracket, that is m by the power outside, is written like this. And here on dividing a raised to power m by a raised to power n results in a raised to power m minus n. As per the last rule, if the bases are different but the exponents are the same, then multiplying them gives the number to be written in this manner. Friends, have you noticed the third rule? There is a condition here. M is greater than n. That is, m must be greater than n. Let's look at an example to understand this. 2 raised to the power 4 divided by 2 raised to the power 2, where the value of m is 4 and the value of m equals to 2, that is, m is greater than n. If we use this rule here, we can change it to 2 raised to the power 4 minus 2. We'll write like this. We get 2 raised to the power 2 here, that is a positive number. Friends, can you guess what happens if m is smaller than n? Let's see if in the same example we have 0 instead of 4, m will be less than n. Here the power of 2 will be minus 2. That is, the power will be a negative number. We know that a raised to power 0 is equal to 1. We place a raised to power 0 instead of a raised to power m. We get a raised to power minus n, which is 1 by a raised to power n. Now we can use these rules for negative powers as well. Let's see some examples. If we use the first rule, we can write 2 raised to the power minus 4 multiplied by 2 raised to the power minus 2 as 2 raised to the power minus 6. In the second example, we'll use the second law. It has m equals to 2 and n equals to minus 4. So we multiply both the powers and write it as 2 raised to the power minus 8. And here we use the third rule. So we get 2 raised to the power minus 6. In this example, using the rule, we multiplied 2 by 3 and got this result. If we have numbers like real number and exponential rational number, can we apply these rules here too? Friends, let us understand this. If a number is given in a square root, that is, square root of 2, it means that its power is 1 by 2. And if cube roots are given, say cube root of 2, then it can be written as 2 raised to the power 1 by 3. And similarly, we can generalize that if nth root of a is given, then here we can say that it is a raised to the power 1 by n. Here a is a positive real number. Now look at this number, 9 raised to the power 3 by 2. We can write it in 2 ways. The first method is 9 raised to the power 3 by 2, which can be written as the square root of 9 in brackets to the whole power of 3. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 raised to the power of 3, and we get the result as 27. And in the second method, first we'll take the cube of base number and then the whole raised to the power 1 by 2. So cube of 9 is 729 and 729 raised to the power 1 by 2 is nothing but square root of 729, which is equal to 27. If the power of a real number is in the form of a fraction, and if the same fraction can be simplified further to make the calculation easier, the fraction should be written in its simplest form. As in this example, we divide 6 by 9 by 3 and we get 2 by 3. Looking at all these facts, we can say that if a is a positive real number and m and n are integers with no common factor other than 1, And if n is greater than 0, then a raised to the power m by n can be written as nth root of a the whole raised to the power m, or nth root of a raised to the power m. Now we can define the laws of exponents as if a and b are positive real numbers and p and q are rational numbers, then these laws will be something like this. Here all the laws remains the same and will be applicable in the same manner as we do for natural numbers. So that's it for today. In this session, we have discussed about the laws of exponents for real numbers. Hello friends, welcome to this video of the number system. Today we'll solve some questions related to laws of exponents for real numbers. Let's start with our first question. Find the value of the following. Friends, the first option 1.96 has 1 by 2 in its power. That is, we have to find the square root of 1.96. In the previous class, we have learned to find the square root of decimal numbers. We will solve it this way. Its square root is 1.4. In the second question, we have to find the cube root. It can be written in the cube root like this. And on solving further, we'll get the value as 3. Here the power of 25 is 3 by 2. We'll write it in brackets as 25 to the power 1 by 2 and then whole to the power 3 in this way. The power of 25 is 1 by 2, that is the square root of 25. Now we have got 5 power 3, that is cube of 5, which will be 125. Friends, you can also solve it by writing it like this. First by finding the cube and then the square root. So far the numbers were positive numbers, but here the exponent of 81 is minus 1 by 4. We can write it like this. 81 raised to the power 1 by 4. That is the fourth root of 81. And now we get 3 to the power of minus 1. We can also write it this way. Friends, we can also simplify it using the exponent rule. We'll get the same answer in both the places, that is 1 by 3. So in the second question, let's simplify some questions using the exponent rules. Check this out. In this, the bases are the same and the exponents are different. Here we will use this exponential rule. Here a equals to 1.6. P equals to 5 by 2 and Q equals to 3 by 2. Now it will be written as 1.6 raised to the power of 5 by 2 plus 3 by 2. We got 1.6 raised to the power 8 by 2. We can also write it as 1.6 raised to the power 4. Friends, the second number is quite easy to simplify. Here we'll use this exponential rule. A equals to 9, P equals to 1 by 3 and Q equals to 5. Now this will be something like 9 raised to the power of 5 by 3. Let's see this one. Here too, the bases are the same and the exponents are different. So we will simplify it using this rule of exponents. So now we can write 5 raised to the power 1 by 2 minus 3 by 5. Subtracting 3 by 5 out of 1 by 2, we get minus 1 by 10. 5 raised to the power 1 by 2 upon 5 raised to the power 3 by 5 can also be written as 5 raised to the power minus 1 by 10. Now look at the last number. Here the base is different and the exponents are the same. Here we will use the rule of exponents. Here a equals to 3, b equals to 5 and p is equal to 11 by 3. We get 3 multiplied by 5 raised to the power 11 by 3. We can also write it as 15 raised to the power 11 by 3 like this. Friends, that's all in this session. Today we have solved some questions on the laws of exponents for real numbers. Now let us see the second option. Here on the left side, the power of -2 is 3. That makes it cube of -2 and its value is -8. On the right side, the power of -2 in brackets is 3 and it also has a value of -8. That is, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So this option is correct. In the third option, on the left side, the power of -2 is 4. Its value is -16. But on the right side, the power of -2 in bracket is 4 and its value is 16. Here the left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. So this option is incorrect. Look at the fourth and last option. It has -2 raised to power 5 on the left side and its value is -32. The right side has the -2 in brackets raised to the power 5 and its value is also -32. That is, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So this option is correct. Friends, note that only those two options are correct which have an odd number as the power, even though we have obtained this model with some examples. But it is true for all real numbers with odd number as its power. Let us see another question and simplify it. Look at the question carefully. Can we use any rule of exponents here? If you are thinking that here we will use this rule of exponents, then it is wrong. If the question has a symbol of multiplication, we can use this rule. But this question has a sign of addition here, so we cannot use this exponential rule to simplify it. We can write it in this way. The cube root of 8 is 2 and the square root of 8 is 2 root 2. We can write it as 2 multiplied by 1 plus root 2. Only when there is a sign of multiplication or division, we can use this rule, not when there is a sign of addition or subtraction. In this session, we discussed certain facts related to the law of exponents for real numbers. See you in the next video.